Greetings, everyone. So, as I spoke about earlier, this is our Be the Tree introduction session. And I am going to actually welcome in Coach Charmaine. I've been talking and sharing a lot today. And then we'll say hello to Ruth and get started.
Hello, all. My name is Charmaine. If it's kind of not I am a coach in Be the Tree. I actually did cohort 6, which is a couple of years ago, and we are up to cohort 17, and that's why we're here to just give you a little appetizer as to what it is we do, a little insight as to what it is we do when in terms of Be the Tree and how we use it to empower women and women across the board. Doesn't matter what color, what creed or race, just women, and how we help women to unpack and get past themselves where they show up in the world in a powerful way. And I am complete.
All right. Thank you for that share. I will also share that I am a graduate of cohort 2. And yes, as Charmaine mentioned, we are heading into cohort 17. We are like right in the middle of 16 and 17. So, any of you ladies that are interested today after today's session, please do reach out to either of us three for more information, as well as we'll share it in the chat and on the pages. All right, Ruth, how are you today?
Hi everyone. I'm a little nervous. My first time being live at all. very,
Is it really?
very first time.
Well, you know what? I'll share with you that I am very new to this, getting comfortable with this. It's all been part of the process of having the pleasure of working with Athenia, and also being a part of this collective that we're representing today. And it's just perfect. So I want to commend you first for being on this live, not only doing that, but willing to come and play a game that is a really big game. It's not a little game, it's a big game. And being willing to do it live streaming is amazing. So I
Thank
just want to thank you for that.
thank you so much for having me.
You're very welcome. All right, ladies. So I'm going to go into our structure and agenda for our Be the Tree introduction session. And with this welcome and overview, I'll let you know that we will be doing an activity called Face Rights. Wait. Before I go any further, how old are you, Miss Ruth?
I'm 34. I'll be 35 in February.
Perfect. I had a
When,
feeling that you were the
when you
youngest
lie
in the
so
room.
much, you're like, hold on, how old is it?
I had a feeling you were the youngest in the room, but I didn't want to assume. So, with that being said, I'm going to ask Coach Charmaine for permission to begin.
Yes, you have permission to begin.
All right. And question for you, Ruth: do you have any idea, or what? Why do you think we would ask for permission to begin? Any ideas?
From
Anything come up
from
to
an
you
elder or from the youngest person?
from the elder in this
Respect.
space?
Respect. Always. They've walked before you, long before you. So whether or not they're right or wrong, you have to respect that.
Ashe, I love that share because you actually just hit some key words. That is a huge belief here that what you responded with is absolutely right, because in this community, nothing's right or wrong. So I'll also add that in the space, it's also because society kind of highlights youth and acts like youth is where it is. And Be the Tree, it's just for that reason, because we honor the ancestors and those who walk before us and have the wisdom and the experience. So you were like so spot on. It fits perfectly. And we get many answers that are kind of like across the board that let us give us more, give us more to that. All right. So back to what I was doing before I forgot to ask for permission to begin. So we'll do an activity called Face Rights, where we'll share our names, age, what brought us to the call today, how we feel about being a woman, and what we are most challenged by being a woman. Then we'll go into the activity, which is about the 3 phases of womanhood. And then we will share some information about the program and then have a closing ritual together. Okay. All right. So, Coach Charmaine, you want to take Face Rights for us?
Absolutely. So you like me to like give an example of how it's done? You want me to mirror that?
You can lead it, just lead it and do it however your structure.
Okay, beautiful. All right, beautiful. So, the screen is so tiny. Pauline, Sister Pauline. So, like Coach Jamie said, face rights is just that. When you hear face rights, what comes to mind? Face and rights being RITES, like a rites of passage. When you hear face right, what does it say to you? How does it land? How does it resonate?
I really don't know. I'm not gonna. Um, yeah, I'm not really sure. Like,
And it's okay to say that you're not sure. It's quite okay. So what face rights is just that the face right has a right to be seen, has a right to be heard. And in the community, because we have so many women when we're doing our activities, everyone is not heard. But face rights is that platform when everyone is heard. Your name is spoken, your age is spoken, your voice is heard in the space. So that's what face rights means when we say face rights. It's giving everyone that opportunity to be able to share themselves. Make sense?
it does. It does.
Beautiful, beautiful. So I'm going to model what face rights is. And so my name is Charmaine Avis Calendar Nottingham. I am elevated. I'm 53 years of age and I'm elevated and dedicated. And what made me say yes to coming on is every time I meet new women, I grow as they share their stories, as they share their lifelong journey. Um, I get to grow and learn about myself and learn about them. Because like we have the same, my sister, myself. So we're each other's mirror. So I get to grow that way. And what was the next question, Coach Jamie? It's
The
name, age.
what you're most
Oh,
challenged
okay.
by.
And what I love about being a woman is I love the fact that as women we hold it together. We could take 2 pennies and go to the grocery store and come up with a whole dang on meal. You
Amen.
know what I'm saying? We can hold it down with the family. The family could be falling apart, but we're that ones that's gonna pull it and hold it together. Even though we got our own little feelings that we're feeling inside, but we're pushed to the side to just hold stuff together. So that's what I love about being a woman. Our spunk of being able to hold stuff. What I'm most challenged by about being a woman is no matter how educated we are, we're not well respected. We're only supposed to reach a certain ceiling. And once you cross that ceiling, you're still not respected. And I give a perfect example is I had one of my girlfriends, she was the vice president of General Electric, and she was not respected at all. I mean, they would look past her, under her, all around her for suggestions, and she'll give the same suggestions and they'll shoot it down, but they'll ask a male counterpart and he'll give the same suggestion and be like, oh, that's a wonderful idea. So that's what I'm most challenged by as a woman is being able to be accepted for who I am, especially educationally when I break certain ceilings. And so I am going to that's an example of how we do face rights. So I am going to pass it on to you as well. Pass it on to you so you want me to pass it to you, Coach Jamie? Okay, okay, there we go. So
Yeah,
in the
you can pass
chat,
up.
yes, I'll pass it on to Coach Jamie. So if you look in the chat, you will see the requirements where it says what you have to do for face rights. It's your name, your age, what brought you to today, what brought you to Be the Tree today or to the show today, and what do you love most about being a woman, and what are you most challenged by being a woman? And I'll let Coach Jamie model as well.
All right, and I'm actually going to model and share at the same time. So my name is Coach Jamie Monet Lloyd. I'm 44 and here for more. What brought me to this call today is that it allows me to be to be my purpose, which is to help others cope, deal, and heal by any means necessary, which this program is also what helped me figure out who exactly I am to be in the world. And that's where I was able to come up with that purpose declaration. And being here, and anytime I get to lead an introduction, that's what it allows me to do, as well as it allows me to root further into the community, as well as support women that are thinking about coming in. What do I love about being a woman? Everything. The smell, the look, the way we feel, everything. We're just like the dopest thing that touches this land. What do I feel challenged by? I feel challenged by some of those same things that I love are things that we can be judged for and convicted for. So the questions like, what did you have on? You know, what time of night was it? What were you doing? What were you wearing? Things like that is very disheartening. And I'm sorry, folks. It's very disheartening and just yeah. It's like, even look at that. Spirit just wants to come and get me because I'm feeling good about being a woman. He just blast out of nowhere. So yeah, things like that. And I'm complete, and I'll pass to you, Ruth.
Okay, so my name is Ruth Horry. I'm 34 years old. I know why I thought I was coming, and now I know why I'm here. So I thought I was coming on to collaborate with women, which is always what I love to do, and not just women because I do that at work, but I mean women that look like me. Um, but now I know why I'm here. I'm here because Athenia knew I needed to be here, and that's why I'm here. And thank you for that. She always knows what is needed. um, what I love about being a woman is not what women are loved for, and that's, I got a mouth, and not a in a negative way, but in a can speak so loudly for everyone aside from me. So that's what I love about being a woman. Our voice, the way that we can calm the waters, the way that we can stir it up. Um, that's what I love. What what I'm most challenged by is just my perception of what that means. I grew up in a male dominated, really old fashioned household. So yeah, that's what challenges me, is being the person that I feel is okay, like, oh, being okay with being the woman that I am. And that should be fine. There is no specific, this is a way a woman should act, behave, speak, talk, feel. But that's just not the world we live in.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so you are complete. And one of the things that well, I should ask, are you complete?
No.
Okay, and so that's good. So I can explain to you. I am complete means you'll hear us saying it in this community. Once we're finished speaking, we say, I am complete, which means I'm complete with my thoughts, I'm complete with my statement, and it gives the other person the go ahead, or yeah, like the go ahead or the permission to go ahead and speak. Because now I'm complete. I'm complete in myself, I'm complete with my thoughts, and I'm complete with what I'm saying. So you'll hear us say a lot,
Yeah,
I am complete.
I am complete.
Ashe, ashe. And so our next activity is the activity with the three phases of womanhood. And as the slides are coming up, the three phases of womanhood, we have three. We have the maiden stage, we have the mother stage, and we have the crone stage. And so
Okay,
we're going
ladies,
to,
sorry about that. I am back.
okay, and so we're going to just, look at life through these three different stages or phases of womanhood. And so the first one that we're going to look at is the maiden. The maiden is from the age of, well, really maiden starts from the time you land in this on this earth, but we're going to really look at from the ages of 12 to 25. This is where our brain is developing, our personality is kicking in. We getting to understand who we are a little bit and understanding what it is we're trying to accomplish in life somewhat. Um, And so what I'd like for you to do is, there we go. Thank you. I want to let you know that it's an activity where you're going to have a pen and paper and you're going to just write some words that come to mind and release all judgment. There is no judgment. There is no right or wrong. You just generate your list. And so I'll give you some examples. As a maiden, and I think of myself as a maiden from the age of 12 to 25, what were some things that I can remember about myself then? Hmm. I was very stubborn. I was a know-it-all. I was depressed. I was sports oriented. I was a teenage mother. Um, I was a nurturer. I was very caring. Still am today, but I was very caring and very sensitive. So those are some words that describe how it was for me as a maiden. And I'll ask Coach Jamie if she can offer some words as well.
Sure. So I had to change locations. Oh gosh, so sorry. Had to change locations for sound and things. So let me know if I'm going in and out, please. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Charmaine, I can.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Thank you. All right. So I hope I don't say the same words. I may, but they're mine. So promiscuous. I would say bubbly, friendly, chatty, grieving, and also kind of hiding. And I'm complete.
Beautiful. So, Pauline, if you can take 3 minutes and generate your list of words for us. And so Coach Jamie is going to assist me with the time. And well, not assist, but she's going to support me with keeping time. And so just write whatever comes to mind when you were that age. What descriptive words can you come up with that describes how you were as a maiden at that age?
2 minutes.
I'm actually finished with my list now. Is that okay? Okay.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
perfect.
so what I came up with for that time period, survivor, frustrated, very determined, confused, mother of two, naive, professional, angry, hurt, hungry, and easily misled.
Beautiful, beautiful. Those are some beautiful words. And so the same thing that we did with the maiden phase, we're going to do the same with the mother phase. Now, the mother phase does not necessarily means that you have to be a mother per se, or you've had to have given birth. When we say mother, this is the phase of creation. Like I have birthed a business, or I've birthed hmm, what are some good things that you can birth besides a business? I've birthed friendships, the different things. Again, with the mother, look at yourself or look at others who you know have birthed things into, like like Oprah Winfrey. She's a good one. She birthed her network into the world. Yeah, she birthed it. I mean, that came from her. That's her creation. So that's what we look at. We look at that creation. Again, there's no judgment. You just go ahead and take the time and write all your words. I can give some example for myself as a mother. Um, I was, as a mother, in that stage, which is the age from 26 to 60. That's where we spend the most of our life. And so a lot happens there. So what happened for me? I was angry. Um, I was creative. I was loving. I was nurturing. I was lost. I was confused. Um, but I was funny. I was a good friend to be around, you know. Yeah, just a few of those. Those are a few of my words that I have as a mother. So go ahead and take,
Did you want me to
I
share
know if
some,
Jamie
Coach
has
Ron?
some that she wants to throw out there.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I would say
Hmm.
supportive,
Yes.
supportive, disappointed, frustrated, tired, physically, mentally, and emotionally at times. Um, Yearning, stretching, and discovering. And I'm complete.
Beautiful. So just as you did with the first exercise, the same thing here. Take the 3 minutes and generate all your words, descriptive words of the mother stage.
Okay.
And Ruth, you could just let us know when you're finished again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm
So
ready now.
you can have. Okay,
Okay.
beautiful.
So
And so,
I have tired, loved, proud, inexperienced, painful, overworked, postpartum, overjoyed, supportive, resourceful, trapped, abused, rewarding, hurt, scared, and excited.
beautiful, beautiful.
I'm
And
complete.
wow. And so we'll take it to the crone stage. Now, the crone stage is for ages 60 plus. None of us are in the crone stage, but what you can do is you can look at your grandmother, you can look at a great aunt, you can look at a neighbor, a cousin, someone that you know that's in this crone stage. And this is where they're 60 plus. And um, in this stage, I mean, they're the elders. They're the ones that we can go to for advice. They're the ones that can be stubborn as hell, because they tell that when they reach that age, it's like, I don't lived all these little years, and you can't come and tell me, you young ones can't come and tell me nothing because I know it, you know. Um, but it's a beautiful stage as well. It's a stage I think when I look at my grandmother, after my mom died, I really looked to my grandmother for that support as a crone, and she gave it to me. So one of my words in looking at my grandmother in her crone, she was a go-getter. She was grounded. She was stubborn as hell. She was a know-it-all because you couldn't tell her anything, her way or the highway, and her way was the better way. Um, she was rigid at times, but she was wise and confident. I believe she was lonely, but she just never shared that with us. And she was fearful. So those are some words that describe my grandmother in her crone phase. Coach Jamie, do you have any words you want to offer? Descriptive
Yes.
words.
So I would say rigid, stuck in ways, um, in pain, sickly, steadfast, immovable. For my nana, I'll say I'll also bring in arthritis. Um, there was complacency and then tiredness, like an ultimate tiredness, like a, I wouldn't say an energy of giving up, but an energy of just being done and I'm complete.
Beautiful. And so, Pauline, you go ahead and you can generate your words. Again, we'll put 3 minutes up. If you're finished before the 3 minutes is up, just let us know, and then we'll go ahead and deepen with this activity.
Okay. Okay. I'm ready.
Beautiful.
I have powerful, educated, fussy, knowledgeable, heart, hospital, grace, elegance, race, uncomfortable, unwavering, rigid, strong, satisfied with life, and content.
Beautiful.
I am complete.
Beautiful. So now we're going to deepen the exercise. And so what we're going to do, we're going to go back to the maiden phase. And in our community, we don't say negative or positive. What we do is we say high vibrational and low vibrational. Low vibrational are things or words that or actions or yeah actions that don't serve me. For example, it does not serve me to be angry. It doesn't serve me to be angry at all because I'm not getting anything accomplished if I'm angry and operating out of anger. Whereas if I'm operating from a sense of place of gratitude, it serves me. You know, I can shift and move and I can see things from a different perspective. And I can, just that I can move. I can, um, as my phone keeps dropping these drop boxes, yeah. And that's high vibrational. So we don't say positive, we don't say negative. And so I want you to go back to your maiden phase and I want you to select three low vibrational words and three high vibrational words. So some three low vibrational words for me would be depressed, lost, confused. Some three high vibrational words would be for me sports oriented, nurturer, confident would be three high vibrational words. And just let us know when you're complete with selecting those three low vibrational for maiden and three high vibrational for maiden as well.
Okay, I'm ready. So my low vibrational words were,
Wait a minute. Don't,
sorry.
uh-huh. Right, we're going to move on. We're going to do the same with, well, no, let's go ahead. Go ahead and tell us what your words are.
Okay. So I had trouble finding. I only had three high vibrational words here that were survivor, very determined, and professional. I had way more to choose from on the low vibrational. Confused, naive, and angry.
Mm, beautiful. And so, I'm just going to go through the flow. So with those words that you have selected, um, think of a title what title can you come up with? Um, it can be a book, it could be a song, it could even be made up. Like for me, if I have to come up with a title, it'll be The Lost Maiden of Notre Dame because in that time of my life, I was lost, totally lost. I didn't know who the hell I was. So see if you can come up with a title.
For that.
I can do it. Well, I can do an example as well.
Hmm.
Um, so low words for me would have been promiscuous, grieving, and naive. And my high vibrationals would have been bubbly, inquisitive, and friendly. And the name of my book would have been Rainbows Really Do Lie on the Other Side for Color Girls Sometimes. And I'm complete.
Right.
A title.
Is it clear for you?
Yes, I'm just trying to think of what a title for that period.
Hmm.
What not to do before 25. That's all I can really think of from my life.
Say that again.
What not to do before 25. That would definitely be
That's
the
a good
book.
that and that's your title.
I
So write
love
your
it.
title down, girl. Yeah, that's your title. Remember, there's no right or wrong, and
Thank
there's
you.
no judgment. That's your title. Yes. And so we'll move on to the mother and we'll do the same. Select 3 high vibrational words and 3 low vibrational words, and then create your title. And now for me, my 3 highs were at that and still are nurturing, loving, and intuitive. And my lows are low self-esteem. I lack confidence at times, and hurt. And so there's a certain period in my life where this title really fits in: the coldest winter ever. And it was a period in my life when everything just fell apart and it felt like the coldest winter ever.
And I'll share that my lows are angry, frustrated, and overspender. And my high vibrationals are healing constantly, seeker, and mom, like mom to my one child, my 20-year-old son. And those are my high vibrations. And what I would label this time is that, and this too shall pass all the time, every, and I'm complete.
Beautiful.
Okay, so
Pauline, you
my
go ahead.
my high vibrational words would be proud, resourceful, and supportive. And my low vibrational words would be painful, overworked, and trapped. The title for that period of time for me, or just being a mom with the butterfly effect, I feel like so much good and so many not so good things happen in that period, but it was like the best and the worst. Um, Things move so fast. Um, I look back now. I have my youngest child is 10 years. They're 10 years apart. So it's so slow now. It's so enjoyable. I'm watching every second. Everything she does is so satisfying. It just wasn't like that. And I really, really wish that I got that for all of them. You know, I have memories because I have pictures, but it just went so fast.
Ash, Ashe, thank you, thank you. So let's shift on over to the crone and we'll do the same thing. We're going to select 3 high vibrational and 3 low vibrational, and you'll come up with a title. Remember that you're thinking of whoever you thought of where you generated these words from. Use that to kind of like help you channel or create a title as well. Like I looked at my grandmother, and my grandmother was fierce. I mean, she was a self-starter, an entrepreneur. She was the matriarch, the one that held it down. But that's a high. But her low vibrational was stubborn. You couldn't tell her anything. She was sick as well, and I believe she was lonely. But if I have to create a title for my grandmother, I think my title will be for her would be hmm, the Empress of all empresses, because she just held it down. She just really held it down. After her husband died, I think she might have been in her early 50s. She lived by herself and she did all what she had to do for her and for the family. So that would be my title for her, the Empress of all empresses. And Coach Jamie, do you have any you would like to offer?
So it's so weird. I was actually just going to come in and share that I think I'm gonna pass on this one. With my grandmother
Mm-hmm.
having had just transitioned this February, I just felt myself going to a strange space that actually no, that makes me want to push through it because that's
Mm-hmm.
what we do here in this community. So my low vibrational words for her would be criticizing, a shady girlfriend, and sassy in a low vibrational way. And I'd also say she was sassy in a high vibrational way as well. She was supportive. She was my nana. She was my nana. And the title for her, I would just say, was Gone Too Soon, but right on time. And I'm complete.
Ashe. Ashe. Pauline looks like she's ready.
Yeah, that's just hit home. That thank you for sharing, even though that was difficult. My grandparents are all here and all really old, and that scares me on a daily basis. That not only do I feel like might lose one, I might lose them all at the same time, and I don't even know. But that was really courageous and brave. So we see where the sassy went. So for me, I kind of combined my grandparents because they were always just a unit, and they weren't even together the whole time towards the end, but I just always viewed them as this unit. So the high vibrational words were powerful, grace, and elegance, and the low vibrational were fussy, race, and unwavering. Um, so what I would say, well, the title for them would be Breakfast at Tiffany's, but with a twist, because everything looked so fancy and overdone, over the top, and they were so strong to do that for the kids, to put on that everything is okay. And I sometimes I think I wish they hadn't. I wish they had showed us pain and hurt, and just how they were able to overcome it, and not just make it look nice in a pretty box. And I do that as well. So
Beautiful, beautiful. And I just want to say to my coach Jamie that, I'm holding space for you. I'm walking with you. Um, I know this is a moment that um it's a moment where you're reflecting on your nana. And like you, my grandmother transitioned last December. So I'm holding space for you. I'm comforting you. I'm right there, and I'm sending love and healing to you. And one of the things we say in our community is when we shed tears, it's really tears of libation. When we shed tears of libation, it's healing. The healing begins. We don't, tell you don't shed the tears. No, shed the tears. And like I said, because there's healing there. There's healing
Ashe.
there. And then we
Thank
all get to, to walk in that
Not yet,
energy
Ting.
and
We're not ready for that one yet, Ting.
yeah,
Thank you. You can leave
yeah.
it there.
Thank you.
Um,
Yes. Yeah. We get to walk
we're
in that
not quite.
energy and
So
be able to support each other.
I want to say thank you so much, and I also just want to share with everyone who's watching or may watch later, and also you, Ruth. Thank you so much for being here, because I feel that it's you, that intuitive spirit outside of the work that I've done with Be the Tree and on myself, which that space that you saw me about to go into was the old way that I used to operate. That if something was difficult or just not easy, to shut down. And what I've actually become present to is that I must let the community know, one, that I'm very okay with my grandmother's transitioning, that she told me 2 weeks before she passed or a few weeks, actually a few weeks before she passed, 2 weeks before she went into the hospital and then started her decline. She told me that she was tired, that she was tired living home from 2017 to 2020 and had a good life there. But I had started to see her zest starting to go. So for me, I'm really okay. And I've become present that this is the first holiday season without being able to go and visit her at the nursing home. So it's like kind of hitting me for the first time. And I'm actually happy that this is the community that is happening to me in, and that I'm able to share what it looks like to grieve in a healthy way and to allow it to not land on the rest of the world or dump it, but also have space held for you and have someone else be able to share their experience that is so raw and so just right before my Nana. Um, this is what Be the Tree looks like. This is what it feels like. This is this is what helped me get my life, as I told people earlier on. Because what would it serve me to shut down? What would it have served Ruth? What would it have served the community? And I'm complete. Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful, Coach Jamie. That was so beautiful. All righty. So, now that we've done the exercise, we're going to deepen it even more. And no, not yet, Athenia. That's yeah. We're gonna work here for a minute. And so if we can, if we can take the slides down and then resume after we're complete with this. There we go. Beautiful. This activity here. And so I am going to ask my beloved coach.
Oh, perfect. Because
Mm-hmm,
I do have one request, because I think when I went
mm-hmm.
into the space, I didn't get your low and your high words. I heard the beautiful share about your grandparents and how they were all aligned with each other. And I have your title written down. Can you please continue lows and highs?
Yes, the highs were powerful, grace, and elegance, and the lows were fussy, race, and unwavering.
What was the second one? Rate,
Grace. Yeah.
like race, RACE?
Yes.
Okay. Unwavering and race. Can you tell me more about when you say race?
Color was a really big issue in our family.
Okay.
Oh, really
As
big.
far as skin tone or
Yeah.
every, so like colorism?
Yes. One was very light. Like when you look at her, you would not think black at all. At all.
Mm-hmm.
And she is. But and then what comes with that, and then my grandfather is my maybe 2 shades darker than me, or my color is what I like to say, because that was what I saw in my family that looked like me. um and just, it's like you growing up, and it's like you're protected under them, but you can also see how they feel about others that look, and it's just the little things and that are done and said, and no brown baby dolls, and I can remember being 5, 6, I can remember being really young and just not understanding why, and getting into my adult life before I wore bright colors. This on my eyes would have never, because that is too much going on for your skin tone. Red, I've never done in my life, because I was always told, you look like a clown. And these are good people to say that, right? But just, yeah, dealing with being this color and being okay with being this color. And then my own child, like dealing with that when it comes to her. How can I tell her to be proud to be Black when I struggle with being proud to be Black? I am Black. I know what I am. But that doesn't mean that there are many situations where I'm in where I wish I could put it in my pocket just for a second.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Hmm. So the thing that's jumping out the most at me is I'm looking at your reflection on the maiden phase and your 3 words of confused, naive, and angry. And could you share more about that little girl and possibly how the colorism may have had an effect on her and ending up you like those words to come up?
Well, the first thing that popped into my head when you just said that, when it comes to colorism, like I dealt my oldest child, her father is Dominican, so that's a whole nother thing. Baby looks like me in color, but her hair is not matching that. And to see, I'll never forget what I heard from since she was a baby. Like, she's so pretty, she has to be mixed. And I would lie. He wasn't there to say no, so I would lie and say no. Her father's black just like me, because it hurts so bad that in order to be pretty, there's something had to be in that mix to make it that pretty. And then having my second child, who is a little me. She is a little me, struggling with her hair, struggling with her skin, struggling with her appearance. And I'm supposed to be the one to help her. And I feel like I'm lying. And I feel like she knows it too, because she knows her mommy and she knows how hard mommy can go in to make her feel good about herself, except when it comes to those things. Because I'm struggling, you know. You're telling me that my hair is beautiful, but yours is permed. Mine is permed because of the things I heard growing up. The words nappy, kitchen, dirty, funky. Like, you know, those are the things that, so it's hard for me to make her feel okay with that and rock those natural hairstyles. And I secretly inside wish that I could do so bad, but I just am not that confident.
So before I pass to Coach Charmaine to share what's coming up for her, what she may hear or want to share with you, I lead right into your mother phase and the low of feeling trapped. Can you correlate or resonate that anywhere within how that fits into?
I just feel like a lot of things I've done in my life are because I had to and not necessarily because I wanted to. And looking from the outside in, you would never know that, and no one ever cares or asks. And if you were honest and say how you really feel, you automatically become a bad person. But I like to say this a lot because I grew up in a house where once you had children, your life is over, and that's how it's supposed to be. And if it's not over, you're not a good mom. Before I was a mother, I'm a woman. I am a person before motherhood. And I just feel like everything is just determined based upon that. I'm starting to find Ruth. Maybe 6 months ago, I finally put my foot down and said, Ruth is here, and you're going to see Ruth. You're not going to see mother. You're not going to see project coordinator from the Fresh Air Fund. You're not going to see business owner. I don't even know who I am. I know who I'm supposed to be, and I show up as that girl every day. But I'm not proud of her because I don't even know who she is. You know, when I sit and think about why I do the things I do and why I feel the way I feel, I don't even know what I want because I've never sat down and thought about me. I can't. That's wrong. That's selfish. You got kids. You got a family. You got a household. You have parents to take care of. You don't matter. And I'm trying to change that narrative. Sorry.
No, don't be. There's nothing to be sorry for. Not at all. Not at all. I will share that your the crone energies, the high vibrations of them, what could it look like if you, instead of operated from their low energies. What could life look like for you and your daughters if you operated from the three highs? Because their three highs are amazing, and they're what women like, which I was to look at you and you remind me of different women that are beautiful. You remind me of my Aunt Mary, who is also the darkest of all of her siblings and has dealt with her own colorism. She's 83, so you could already imagine. She's one of the most regal, elegant people I know. And I've decided in my life, green is my favorite color. It's her favorite color. Purple's also been my favorite color. That's another one of her favorite colors. I have taken on her high vibrations. Does she have any low vibrations? Yeah, we're all human beings. But I've chosen to walk with my Aunt Mary's while she's still here with me so that I don't have to wait until she's, transferred. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm like, you know how they say, give me my flowers while I'm here? That's what I'm trying to do with her and honor her. And because with our crone, sometimes we can get like, oh, there she go again. Oh, there she go again. No, there she goes again, spreading her wisdom, spreading her experience of it, whether I agree with it or not. And since actually doing that, it's allowed our relationship to blossom. It allows me to see her in a whole different light, as well as things. So, what do you feel like life could possibly be like, or the impacts on you and your daughters, if I have the words powerful, grace, and elegance? If that's what you saw when you looked in the mirror.
I am told more times than I'd like to hear that I let my perfect get in the way of my good. And if I could just open up my eyes and take a look around, I have done all the things that I want, that they wanted, that I wanted, but yeah, if I have, I believe I have those things. I believe that's the reason why I am the way that I am, because I can't help it. I got a little bit of that good and I got a little bit of that not so. But yeah, I really just want to take time um, to just see where my life is. Everybody tells me all these amazing things that I don't see. I can list
I
a
think you
million negatives.
feel them. I think you see them. Do you feel them?
No, no, I don't feel powerful. I, I think I feel graceful. I definitely feel like I move with grace, but I don't see elegance. I just wish I saw what everyone else saw. I wish I felt, yeah, forget see it. Like you said, feel it. I wish I could feel those things.
Ashe. And you can.
And I
You
will
will.
one day.
You exactly. Coach Charmaine, soon. I'm gonna keep finishing your sentences. Soon.
Yes, yes, yes. I just want to thank you for being so vulnerable and so authentic with your share. Um, you've actually started doing the work, and this is the kind of work that we do with other women, other sisters, as we call them. And we don't say sisters, we say SiSTARS, SiSTARS, because we are stars, you know? And you, I look at you and I can see the regalness. I can see the beauty. I can see it. I can see it. But and then we have another thing that we my sister and myself. You're speaking to me. I'm educated. There's a lot of things that I can do, but I don't see it in myself. Others tell me, "Oh no, but Shaw, you did really well." And the story up in my head is telling me you ain't really do well, did well. And if I take it further back to my childhood, it's because in my childhood I was the eldest out of three children in the beginning, and I was always compared to my sister because she was a little lighter than I was. She had the fine because of my family, although they're from Trinidad, the Chinese mix Cuban mix, Indian mix, Caribbean mix up. And so on my mother's side, and so my sister, she took those features and she took that long, beautiful hair. Me, I took the strong African features on my dad's side, and I took the thick hair. And my mother used to tell me your hair is so damn hard, you don't have pretty hair. Unlike your sister, she's got beautiful hair and she's got the fine qualities and she's beautiful and all you have is sex appeal. And sex appeal is beautiful, but you telling that little 6-year-old or 7-year-old that don't know what the hell sex appeal means. When I became a teenager, that's what I did. I showed off the sex appeal and it got me in trouble. Got me in a whole lot of trouble because now I'm grown, because no one taught me. Um, and so my offer for you is I just like I had to go back into my childhood and see where I got those messages from. And now in my 50s, I am rewriting it. I can't change what they did, but what I got control over is how I operate in it. And so that's my offer to you to go back and really look at it. And we have a thing, a tool we call storybox it. Look at it and write down what are the facts, what is fiction, what ain't really, good. And really look at it for what it is and see how that's impacting you showing up today. How is impacting you to feel that you are powerful, to feel that you are regal, to feel that you are beauty. When I look at you, I tell you, I see like a Queen Sheba, a Queen Nefertiti is what I see. I see all Africanness in you. I see all beauty in you. And so you doing that work is going to allow you to be able to be comfortable and confident in who you are. And you will show up in everything that you do with that regalness, with that grace, because you got it. It's there. It's just for you to connect it emotionally. And I'm complete.
And with that being said, my offer is that because you said you're 30,
4.
34, so you're like right almost middle of having the same amount of time on this side of your life with the butterfly effect to not having the butterfly effect, but allowing it to, what did you just say, Coach Charmaine? You offered her to change it. Was that the word you used? No, you said she can't change it, but
You, you can't change the
re-
past, but what you can do
rewrite
is
it.
you can rewrite it. Yeah, you can rewrite it. You can change that energy, that low vibrational energy of my mother telling me that, I look like the calendars, you ain't too pretty and your head hard. I changed that. Today, I'm proud to look like the calendars. I'm proud that my hair is beautiful and long and thick. And so when I get complimented about my hair, I wear the compliment. I wear it. Whereas before, I didn't, I rewrote it. Yeah, I rewrote it.
Ashe, Dale Ann. I love that word as well. I'll just share that if none of you know Miss Shawnee Benton Gibson, Shawnee with two E's, Benton dash Gibson. Look her up online. She creates an whole space and just amazing programs. Right now, we're in the midst of doing a 7-day ritual together that we all just started last night. Um, and it's given me an opportunity to completely remix my life, to completely allow. And I guess what I would offer you is, and this is kind of a share in the same like cocoon, is that I too have resonated with the movie The Butterfly Effect and understanding that the coulda, shoulda, wouldas and changing them would have an effect on my whole entire being and who I am. And I may not be sitting here with you beautiful ladies today doing this amazing work. I may just, I don't know. It's so many different things that could happen. But I do know that once we've closed a book, we can close a book and start a new one. And I'll leave it right there. And
I
thank
think
you.
that's one of the most powerful things that I'll take away from that would be It's okay to write your own story. And I don't need anyone's approval. I'm looking for someone's approval to say, Ruth, you can start over now. Ruth, you can. It can be good, it can be bad, it can be rocky, but it can be mine. That's what I miss. Before I had children, Ruth did what Ruth wanted, and Ruth didn't care what anybody thought about it. I miss that person. I do.
Ashe. Ashe. Well, with that being said, I pray that you join us in this process and this journey, because this program will definitely help you find her. It will help you heal her and help you grow her.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm on board. I know I've had the pleasure, the grace of meeting Shawnee at a community event that she would come to often, and two words out of Shawnee's mouth will calm any soul. Any soul. She says good morning and I am at peace. I mean that. She is she is the definition of grace and wisdom to me.
Ashe. Ashe. One of the most grateful things in my life was to be connected with her.
Ashe.
So,
Yes.
Ting, I think we can roll on to the next one. Thank you
Yes.
so much, Ruth. This was a very fruitful exchange. Thank you so much for your
Yes.
vulnerability and openness.
Thanks for having me.
So, Char, you want to do this part and then I'll take the next part, or vice versa? Which one you want to do?
Sure. Sure. Yeah, I can. No, no. Go ahead. You could take this one.
All right.
Or
So
you want
we're
me to
going to
take?
go into sharing the logistics and a little bit more of the program before we close out with our closing ritual. So, a rites of passage program. So, in most rites of passage programs, some that go back to Africa and our ancestors' times, is that sometimes the young men or the women are removed and then they're kept away from society for a little while. They're taught certain skills and taught how to use different tools, and then they're placed back into their communities. So here at Be the Tree, it's not necessarily a separation, but we'll spend 4 months together doing work. You'll have time carved out for self. That's sort of like your separation period. We'll spend the this process, and on this side of it, the spring term, I believe, is about 14 to 16 weeks due to like Mother's Day and different holidays. So you would have that time where you're learning the tools, we're doing the life's work together, we're doing different activities to stretch and grow. Then you'll be put back in, you'll have a culmination process. We don't call it graduation here in Be the Tree. We call it a culmination. So you'll culminate with a full ceremony with all different types of rituals. And then we will incorporate you back into society. So the incorporation here is basically you just culminating and now living your life using these tools and these different ways of living and staying in contact with the collective and just knowing that you have a community, although now you're incorporated to the regular world as well. And I'm complete.
And here we're going to go through the structure of the program. So, like Coach Jamie said, the program is 3+ months long, 14 weeks, and that's again because of the holidays that we have in between. There are 2 tracks, and when we say 2 tracks, both are virtual because of the season that we're in. But before COVID, the 2 tracks was one was virtual and one was in live space. And so virtual is held on a Sunday and live space is held on a Monday. Though we don't have live space, we still have Monday open. And so it depends to fit your schedule. A lot of people work, they want to come in after work, the evenings work for them. Some folks want their Sundays to themselves. So Sundays was virtual. It's also for individuals who are not in New York that can't get to the physical place. Like I did mine. I was the first virtual one. I did mine and I was in Trinidad when I did it. And I did mine with other women who were all over America. So virtual on a Sunday captures those who can't really, who are not in the same area. And then Mondays is for those who can who were able to go into live space. But again, like I said, because of COVID, we now have them both live streaming, well, not live streaming, but on Zoom. And so on a Sunday, your Sunday session is from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then the Monday session is from 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. We have weekly 90-minute cluster calls. So on a Sunday and a Monday, broken up into two different groups, so to say, that collective is broken down into a smaller group, which is called your cluster. And the clusters is named after trees, which is why the program is called Be the Tree. And those trees are the elm, the birch, the what are the other two escapes me? The
Heather and
elm, the
Sequoia.
birch, the sequoia, right, sequoia, and
Heather.
the heather are the four trees that we use in Be the Tree. So you're broken up into those small clusters, and those clusters is we meet once a week, and it's where you get to really share on a deeper level what your experience was when you went into the Sunday space, or if you went into the Monday space. Um, then we have your assigned coaches like myself and Coach Jamie. We assigned a coach. You also have leadership support. Then we have our your cluster sisters, whoever's in that group with you. That's your cluster sister. We have our sewers. The sewers, their role is when you have life work assignments, they actually assist you with the life work assignment. We don't say homework because it's your life we're working on. So that's why it's called life work assignment. And then we have the alumni, and the alumni, they do a lot of supporting, which is so beautiful because everything is so virtual. What the alumni did and created is they had these activities, the sip and paint activities, they had a talent show activities, and it gave the participants the opportunity to meet the other women from the other track. So the Sunday women and the Monday women, they got to share that time together, and that's how they got to meet. Each session is topic based, so it builds on each other. And yeah, I love how it builds on each other. You really go back from the beginning and you come and it builds you all the way back, all the way up. It's a lot of work. It's not easy work, but it's work that's really worth it. So, and then we have our combination ceremony, like Coach Jamie said, we don't say graduation. It's our combination ceremony. That's when we present you back to the community. This is the new you. This is the rebirth you. And then we do our crossover rituals. So the tuition is $9.50. If you paid in full, you get a $75 discount, making it 88.75, or 4 months pay 4 monthly payments of $237.50. And I'd say to people, do not look at the dollar. Do not look at the dollar amount. Um, if it's if it's something that is
Look at it as
present.
an. I'm sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna just throw this out there. Look at it as an investment in self, and also know that you could speak to us behind the scenes if you
Yeah,
need to have
yes,
any.
you can speak to us. Yeah. If you need to speak to us in terms of financial, you can do that. And that's where I was going with it is when I think back at the amount of $950 I done screwed up, I mean wasted on clothes, wasted on shoes, wasted on just dumb stuff. Why not invest that in myself? Why not? I'm worth the 950. Um, Again, I had mentioned LifeWorks assignment previously. Um, I also mentioned about the events that support the learning. One of the events that we have is um, Partner in Power is one of the events. And that event is where you actually get to invite your people just to see a little bit of what it is you're doing. And it's actually a session for them. They are incorporated into the session. session as well. They don't just come and sit and look, they participate as well in the sessions. We have our Facebook page, which is a private page for graduates and participants only. It's a beautiful, beautiful page. Don't pay any attention to what's in the gray. Again, this was when we had live space, a donation of $10 just for little snacks and food, just to, because folks are coming in from work, just to keep them want just to keep them, you know, hydrated and stop that hunger since they're rushing in from work or whatever have be. There is a combination fee of $35, and that just goes towards a lot of the administrative stuff that we do. And so once you take this, we have a welcome team that reaches out to you just to see how things are going. Is this a yes? Is this a no? And how can we support you? And I'm gonna let Coach Jamie chime in here for a second. Go ahead, dear.
All right. Yeah, so I'm actually complete. You hit everything, all the talk points. I can take us into actually the next slide. All right. So Ruth, in Be the Tree and community, in Be the Tree, we just as we started out with permission to begin and the face rights, every one of our sessions has a closing ritual. So for today's closing ritual, we're going to take an area of our lives and apply a phase of womanhood and an energy to make it a new approach on that area that we're on that said area. So for instance, for the beginning, actually it's been the end of 2020 and I'm still going to stick with this one. For the beginning of 2021, I'm working on the area of my finances, and the phase of womanhood and energy that I want to bring into that is mostly the crone. So I want to be grounded in my decisions when I make my decisions and not going with the whim or going with what's I want right now in the moment. And I'm actually going to sprinkle a little of the mother of the planning of putting financial plans in place and starting to work with someone who is in our community, Miss Keisha Holmes, I believe is her name. Charmaine, am I saying her name right? Keisha Holmes, who I hear is amazing
Ali,
with
Al, 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 Alice, Alicia, or
Alicia
Alicia,
Holmes.
Alicia.
Alicia Holmes, thank you. Alicia Holmes, sorry, sis. But I definitely know she's part of the Wake Up community, and I hear that she has helped people do some amazing things with getting clear on their finances and which way to go. So I am complete. And I'll pass to you, Ruth.
Okay. I'm really excited about this because these look like amazing things to work on. But I'm gonna go with six. I'm gonna go with mental health. Um, I'm fighting for a new approach, and that's why I'm gonna go with maiden because although I may not have been as knowledgeable, I fought to the end. There was no, I didn't hear anything. I moved to the beat of my own drum. And I feel like if I can get a hold of the mental health, the rest will fall into place for me.
Ashe.
And I'm complete.
Ashe.
Ashe, that is so beautiful. Okay, so the area of life that I'm going to look at for 2021 is the financial. Um, is I need financial discipline in terms of spend. I can go up online and I can spend some money, and I can spend $1,000 in 2 seconds. Yes, I could find reasons to spend money. And so I want for 2021 to use, I'm going to use the crone energy. So I'm really grounded in the energy of money, and money is my own natural energy yield. That's the energy that money brings, and I want to be able to do just that. Let that financial energy build more for myself or for my children and for my grandchildren, and not just keep spending the damn thing at Macy's and Fashion Nova, and I ain't going nowhere. Why am I buying what am I buying all these fancy clothes for? What am I buying all these heels for? I'm on lockdown, you know.
That's Nova owe you some stock, sis.
Yeah, so that's what I'm focused on. And I'll just say one thing with us at Be the Tree is we're real. We're real. You know, we speak real, you know. We don't butter it up, we don't sugarcoat it, we just say it, you know, and that's it being in the true essence of who we are. You know, I can sit here and I can preach it up like an English lady, like I'm going to use the financial piece and this is what I'm going to, but it's not really me, you know. So that's just my little piece on that, and I am complete.
Ashe. Thank you. Thank you, Ruth. I can't wait to see you on the other side. I'm looking forward to it. I hope we end up on the same night. And if not, know that you're going to be just fine.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Shout out to Athenia again.
Yeah, Athenia is a rock
So
star
is
when
it,
it comes to pushing you off the ledge. She knows how to push people off the ledge, but she always. So I did this thing called Mottarella one time, and at the very end of the thing, it was a girls empowerment run. We were diving under things, swimming through mud, all kind of stuff. We got to climbing over walls. We got to the very end, and you had to climb this wall about 12 feet and jump off of it onto this puffy landing that had a big. It was sponsored by Target, and it had a huge Target thing in the middle. It took me and the last two of us of about the eight. I had to look at her and see her being there and saw everybody down there. And I was like, all of a sudden I became the pusher. But Athenia is my pusher. And I am grateful to her over and over and over again. Thank you, community, for allowing us to come and represent Be the Tree on behalf of So. I hope that we made Shawnee proud today. And see you all soon.
thank
Well,
you,
thank
thank you
you
so much.
guys. This was amazing. And this is like my sixth time going through this, and this is the first time I didn't cry boo-hoo tears. so so like I said, sixth time. Every time I've done it before, I've definitely been in bawling in tears. So it's showing my growth, I guess, right? So thank you so much, Ruth. Thanks for being a champion. I really appreciated you joining us for this part. And I'm gonna let you go so that you can get yourself ready for your session in the next half an hour. So thank you, and I wanted to thank you guys, Coach Charmaine. Thank you for joining us in this space and bringing your energy as you always do to this. So this was definitely a little blessing and surprise. And I hope that you will continue to join with us for the rest of the week, for the rest of the activities for Kwanzaa. So I will see.